Let's not forget Vince when he bought WCW,
Yeah.
bro. It was the cat that ate the canary. He would be the freaking canary now.
Yeah.
There's no way he would ever
There's
allow
no
that.
way he could die in peace like that. Let's take the next last few minutes to talk about just potential and prospective buyers for WWE.
Disney.
So right now, there's been reports that Disney and the Khans are among some of the top
He would
buyers.
never let that happen in a billion years.
If the money's right, Vince,
no way, bro. Never.
Can we finally take a lesson of this internet of disgusting, horrible source of information?
Yes.
Had people literally revolting in political uprisings over a lie about being sold to Saudi Arabia. Like, can we just realize people just make stuff up and report it, and it goes around, and that ruins lives. You don't know the trickle-down effect that has on some people. I don't know, maybe me for an example, my family for something stupid. Like, this really truly affects people promoting these lies and sifting it around. And every person I would see in the past couple of days on the street been sold to Saudi Arabia. People that don't know wrestling, people that don't watch wrestling. I'm like, no, I mean, maybe, but it's not confirmed. It was an internet rumor. So are the Khans really in the running? I mean, or is that just somebody who, did the same thing as Photoshop Triple H and Steph at an AEW things? Or the hilarious memes. I think Sportskeeda even posted one. Steph and Eric, man, is all elite. Okay, no, like, it's just.
Yeah. So Barron, it was reported by Barron's, I believe, which is basically a sister site of Wall Street Journal. So that's definitely reputable. So not saying that they're not saying that they are among the top running or they've had conversations, but they did report that AEW is among and the Khans is among the top in the bidding war right now. So does that even mean that he even considers their bid? He could, just because you're among the bidding war, you have the right to bid. It's just that he's not going to accept the bid. He's going to look at it.
Bro. Listen, I mean, let's face it, Chris. Let's not forget Vince when he bought WCW, bro. It was the cat that ate the canary. He would be the freaking canary now. There's no way he would ever allow.
There's no way he could die in peace like that, man.
No, man. No.
Especially through bloodletting of your entire family.
Yeah.
You're not going to let some upsert just buy you out with his dad's money.
I just really do hope, what I do hope, Chris, is at the end of the day, if there is a sale, and we've talked about this, I think, listen, bro, a deal to the Saudis, I don't think is a good idea on many levels, but the level I'm going to talk about, bro, is they would continue to let the WWE run as is. With the good old boy network and the bubble and all that shit. If it's a legitimate entertainment company, if it were a Disney, and then all of a sudden they came inside and looked at what was going on in the players and the game, you would see a completely different.
You think Disney would do that?
Absolutely.
I think it'd be for the better, though.
I do.
Fresh ideas and fresh eyes is a great thing. But I think, like, with a thing like Disney coming in, it would be so many non-wrestling people. I mean, look what they did to Star Wars, dudes. Like, come on. Like,
I agree with you there, Ace. I think it's one of those things that, like, if you bring in Disney, do you just imagine all the potential hokiness, Mickey Mouse type of people that doesn't have any type of influence?
You don't put the title on Mickey Mouse.
you probably would.
Bro, Chris, let's me and you be serious. We watch Raw and do a Raw review show.
Yes, we do.
if Mickey Mouse was the champion. Would you not be more excited about that right now?
I know that people are going to watch this video. Would you prefer Mickey Mouse or Sami Zayn to
Bro,
be the
if we're building Goofy as a heel. I mean, come on, Chris. That wouldn't be better than what we're watching now. Come on, EC3.
Donald Duck is mid-card at best, man.
Yes,
mid.
Minnie turns on Mickey in the championship match.
Yeah.
And
Minnie versus Karen Bailey. There you go.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm liking this. I'm liking this more and more.
Imagine the Rumble spot when Dumbo comes in. How many?
There you go.
Oh, Dumbo cleans house with the
Yes.
Oh,
Just
see the
swings his ear.
potential, bro. Come on, Chris. We don't want this.
That would be a caricature of everything that Vince McMahon has built, and I'm not sure that the fans would.
Bro, we do the dog kennel from Hell match with 101 Dalmatians.
Now we're
There you
talking.
go.
Come on.
There you go, man. I think that's going to sell some tickets. That'll put butts in seats, ladies.
Relative bill on a pole match.
Yes, indeed.
Bro, can you imagine getting heat on Winnie the Pooh?
No way.
No way.
Bro,
No way.
come on.
The biggest baby face in cartoon history makes a heel turn, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
see? You see,
He's
bro?
pulling up.
Possibilities?
He's demented. I told you I want my honey.
Oh yeah, throw some shades on him and like a jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, come on. I'm digging it.
Yes, indeed.
That would be a huge baby face after a while. It'd be like the Godfather.
There you go.
Very nice.
Yeah, I just don't see with Disney, like, if they were to buy it, they probably keep everybody as is. I just don't see them coming in and just. I don't think they know about the company enough. They don't know about the product enough to know who to hire or fire. You know, I mean, that's my issue with
I think they keep a lot the same, but then they would put somebody in some position of power who is completely naive and doesn't understand. Not like WWE understands wrestling sometimes, but like has no concept and no clue, and they're doing these production meetings. Because if the writers are free to write, the creative that some of they have there are free to put on a wrestling show, they would do great. But usually it comes down to like, it was Vince cutting it out. But now there's this imbecile who doesn't understand anything, and they probably put together these great shows, but then you'd have nonsense like Takeover. Well, why doesn't this happen? I mean, anytime someone completely non-wrestling has come into a creative role within wrestling, it never bodes well.
I will say, on a positive note, though, if Disney were to come, they are a numbers-driven business. So it's not about, the WWE already having gridlock on, USA and not having to do much of anything.
Yeah, no. They wouldn't make that kind of investment, Chris.
Yeah.
They're seeing freaking returns, bro.
Absolutely.
And what do returns mean? More eyeballs, bro. More customers.
Yeah. So it would force the writers to up their game. Yeah. So I will say that if Disney were to buy it, that would be a positive thing, as opposed to WWE, having it. So I think that, on a negative standpoint, yes, there are going to be non-wrestling people at the helm potentially, but
it isn't necessarily bad.
I would say it's not necessarily bad, but at the same time, it doesn't really create the need to know how to draw ratings. You know what I mean? Because you're not having that. But I will say this, though. I do think it could have more positive than negative, because if I'm executive in Disney and I still keep the writing staff the same, their jobs are on the line. Because if I'm not seeing,
people will be held accountable. People will be. Nobody in wrestling is held accountable. That's the problem. Nobody's. Bro, you ratings have been going down for 20 years, and you got the same people working on the show. That would not happen in Disney.
Yeah. Look, I don't care if your name is Triple H, Stephanie McMahon. I don't care who you are. If I don't see numbers, you're gone. And I appreciate that.
Who fell on the sword for Star Wars? Like, that was $1 billion empire. Now people they wanted to make a movie a year, but they just kept getting worse and worse, and the fans kept revolting. Like, who fell on that sword? The third wave of Marvel. It's like performing way under what the originals were doing. Who's fallen on that one?
Yeah.
Although they did kind of make their CEO resign and brought Iger back too. So
they did. Yeah. Well, we shall see where all this goes. It's going to continue to be a very interesting topic for the foreseeable future that's going to really shroud everything else. We can imagine this continuing to go into WrestleMania.
Thank God. I am so happy though, Chris. Seriously, thank God we got something to talk about.
True. Yeah, very true.
Thank God, bro.
Yeah.
Really.
Indeed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Vince Russo, EC3, Dr. Chris. This is the Wrestling Outlaws. Have a good night, everybody. Solo.